Hey everyone, Laura Joseph here, owner of the Animal Behavior Center. We are an international educational center, and we teach people online about working with animals using applied behavior analysis and positive reinforcement training. Hello! So it is about 20 till 5 here in Northwest Ohio, and I am getting ready to feed Willy her dinner. Vultures are extremely interesting. They're amazing creatures. If you don't know any or have had the opportunity to learn from anybody about them, hey everyone, I highly suggest you go to your local wildlife rehabilitation center and support the work of awesome centers. Willy, her name is Willoughby because she comes from Willoughby Hills, Ohio. She is Nature's Nursery's education turkey vulture, and she is here for training. So like a lot of vultures, I love working with them. They're quick, they're manipulative, they're witty, they're deceptive, and she has a foraging toy over there. I'm just trying not to show her the black latex glove on my hand because that is a cue to her that she's getting ready to get fed. So I train her thank you. I train her with every meal. Like a lot of animals here, I mean, you're training them whether you realize it or not. And whether you realize it or not, if that animal can see, hear, smell, or feel you, you are training it whether you realize it or not, even the dogs in your own home. So I'm giving a shout out and dedicating this live stream to Nature's Nursery. You can find them at naturesnursery.org. They're a wildlife rehabilitation center in White House, Ohio. I've volunteered for them for many years, probably about 7 or 8 years, and I still do. So anyways, it's the weather. I was gonna say, it hasn't even got cold yet here, but as the summer progresses, we'll start having more functions here, and Nature's Nursery will have some of their functions here. So I need to really bump up Willy's training because we plan on, for Nature's Nursery, plan on flying her in her public events and some of the public events for Nature's Nursery. So I need to get her well trained because she is here because she loves to fly after and attack people. She has a long history of reinforcement for doing that. So if we're gonna fly her in a public event with about 50 to 60 people, I better have, thanks Crystal for putting up their website, I better have complete control over her. So the training, I'm starting to bump up my level of training, what I'm asking of her. So she's on the ground in front of me, and a lot of times people will not train a vulture. They don't want them on the ground because they can get, you can see what that would be your hand. So I'm gonna do some training with her on the ground. A lot of people will not feed a vulture on the glove because they get food aggressive. That is, I call them nature's natural resource guarders. I'm gonna go ahead and start training her numerous things. When I first started training Willy, I couldn't even get in her enclosure. Hang on, let me grab a glove. I couldn't even get in her enclosure. So then I started target training her, meaning teaching them to touch a body part to an object. Ready? So this glove is a cue to her. It's a conditioned reinforcer that you're getting ready to get fed. So when I first started working with her, sit down. Good. I had to work with 2 Kevlar gloves. So this is a lot of focus and control from her. I'll put my glove in front of the camera. Good. Really focus on what I'm asking her. I need her to be focused on me and not on other people. So something else, that we do not drop the weight of animals to get them. All of our animals here are very well fed. So she came off her perch and I didn't ask, oh, I dropped a piece of food. So I'm also going to get her on the scale. Good. Good. She's a very nice weight. If anything, she's probably overweight. Good. So here's her crate. She hasn't been in it in quite a while. Not going to ask her to go in it now. There'll be several training sessions. I need to start going with that again. So something else I like her to do is step onto my glove versus fly onto it. Good. So this is a lot of focus. Good. So sometimes I don't even talk when I work with the animals because a lot of their cues are visual. And I'm going to get her back on her perch. I keep asking her to go down to the ground so I can reposition my glove and how I'm holding her. One more at the camera for you, and then I want to talk to you a little bit about migration season's going to start happening again in a couple of months. So keep your eyes to the sky. There's a whole avian highway above you. I didn't ask her to do that, so I'm not going to reinforce it. If you don't know much about vultures, they are amazing creatures. Amazing creatures. And I want to thank Nature's Nursery for allowing me the opportunity to train her. She has been one of my best educators. My best educators are always the ones that are the hardest to train. So one of the hardest things for a bird to do is fly straight up or straight down. That's why when people lose their companion parrots out the door, they get them in a tree, but they won't fly down to them because they was never trained. So here, instead of altering body parts of animals, such as clipping wings, we don't do that here. instead, to modify behaviors, we just train the animal. So this is how I train Willy for her dinner. Dinner's done, and I need to put this glove away because this is her cue that food is still coming. So she just ate a decent amount of food. More than what most people will give their vultures. So like I said, I'm coming in here because I don't want to reinforce undesired behavior, such as if I stand out there, she's going to continue to come to me. And what I don't want to train her is to chase, because that's exactly what's going to happen. So I'm sitting here next to an animal that just came here and has no idea what the gauntlet is. So I'm going to hide that. So like I said, behavior is always happening. The key question is, and training is always happening, the key question is, what are you training? So anyways, want to give a huge shout out to Nature's Nursery. Thank you for allowing me to volunteer and train your animals. Willy has been a great teacher of mine. What I was saying is some of the animals that with the toughest behavior issues that I try to change are my best educators. So take a look at naturesnursery.org, and like I said, support your local wildlife rehabilitation center. Go out, take the family for a visit. They are primarily run on donations. So there's a lot of information you can learn from them. And it's neat to point out to the kids as you're driving down the highway, looking at your local wildlife. Anyways, happy Saturday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for tuning in. And hopefully that gives you a newfound respect for some of the vultures in your backyard. Take care. Crystal, thanks again for posting their website.